nerds. Naija nerds.
Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking Out podcast. This is episode 298. Shit, I've forgotten
Sorry,
the
258. Jesus Christ.
Start again with
Just
start.
carry on. Just carry on.
25
We'll allow you.
episode 258. They told me this just before I started. But oh well, who cares? Anyway, we are all here today except for Kex, who for some reason has to actually work. I mean, he has to justify his salary, but it's a good thing. Uh, Red, how are you doing?
Well, I'm here on behalf of Kirks. I want to say thank you. Another week of no shame, where we're happy to be
Yeah,
here. So,
it's weird. Like
It-
it's a
it-
good thing for you guys. 3 weeks
I'm
on
not happy about
Brooklyn.
yeah, it's a very strange feeling. It's like this is bait. You refuse to believe.
Can you just have a word with Amon that you should not make it a habit, please?
We should, I think, and I don't even believe it.
I want him to give them enough rope so they keep him for signing new contract for like the next 5 years with him. But yeah, but it's been a good weekend all week round. I mean, all the teams I want to lose lost. All
Our
the teams
enemies,
I
our
want to
enemies,
win.
our enemies are down.
So fantastic week. But yeah, so this week we have a special episode planned. We'll be looking back at the history of comic book related TV shows from the very first one, and it's been a very interesting thing researching and digging deep into this particular content. Well, Dakwa did a lot of the research, so that's good.
That
And
research,
by research,
by research, you've been just remembering.
yeah,
Because that's
I wasn't going to go there yet. I wasn't going to go there yet because I'm sure you were there when the first episode of the first TV show was released, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about this one day." But yeah, so there's that. But before we get to that, we need to talk about the JMV finale that
yeah,
dropped,
the
and
current
the
TV series
ramifications.
that we're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this particular TV show that made us realize we wanted to go back and look at what came before.
It's sent you back to the past.
Yeah,
Yes.
just to be able to appreciate where we are right now in terms of TV shows. But yeah, JMV finale.
Yes.
Last episode ended up with um Moira,
Moira?
what's her name?
Marie.
Mary,
Yeah.
yeah, Mary,
Yeah.
awakening Godokin.
Yep.
Yeah, and this guy turned out to be the most disappointing villain. Like it's just a waste of space. Disappointing. Like it's supposed to be the apocalypse, the first superhero villain, the sinister of the series, and it turns out to be some of the dumbest
Right.
megalomaniac I've seen in a
Can I
long
ask a
time.
question here?
Yeah,
You've watched 7 episodes of this season already, and
yeah.
yet you're expecting something epic from this show for the last episode,
No, I wasn't expecting anything epic. I mean,
right?
but by the standards of even this show, even within the context of this show, it still turns out to be the dumbest person in this show. This is a show that has Sister Sage just saying everything that happened was her plan.
Oh,
And yes, we have a guy with even worse planning. Or even for like how stupid this show is, it's still dumber than the kids.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
I
I'm,
agree.
I'm like, what are the writers smoking? I know you guys cannot be this. Let's get into it a bit.
Yeah,
So is Giant's plan for calling the head, as he calls it, is to go on TikTok and announce that I'm Godokin, I am back,
right.
and
So. I need you to back up a bit because so the very first thing we see is a flashback to
oh, the
where
part where he injects himself with V.
yeah. So my first issue starts with that, and this issue might just be me forgetting the law of this universe. I thought the only V they had could be given to babies, and that they couldn't give adults V. That was my understanding, and that only started back. That's why all those people who had V were people born
Yeah,
in
born
vitro.
with-
It was admitted in vitro. Yet he's picking V off the floor and injecting it straight into himself, and it's working.
But
Yeah,
didn't that happen in the boys? Didn't
that
Butcher?
was like the
Yeah, but
name.
that's much
Actually,
later.
they
Yeah.
offered Butcher a type of V for that much
Yeah.
later as well,
Mm.
for like permanent V.
Yeah, but
So
that was
that means
it
it
wasn't
works, right?
that being able to give it
That
to
was supposed to
adults
be,
came along way later.
yeah.
Okay.
But apparently, this guy is a sinister, so he probably invented it early,
For
and
himself.
then
Yeah, maybe
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But like that's like a blip in the
In the matrix.
universe of that happened. So the founder of V, the what's this thing called?
What?
Of what? Their leader, their like
Yeah.
mythological figure comes back to life and decides he's going to announce this on TikTok. And his whole goal is to call the head in school and say that, hey, I'm going to reset the rankings to zero. All of you need to come and test with me. There is no all of this is done in one day. Like,
The
and everybody
question
just
is
expects to believe him. I'm like, okay, how does he reset the rankings to zero? Why should anybody take his
wait,
word for it?
yeah.
Who is this speaking to?
How
Like,
is he in charge of the school?
to
Where is
ha-
who,
guys, who is, where
where's
are the questions?
yeah,
Why
where's
should
the
anybody listen
questions?
to this random person?
Where's the stuff not just turning up
So
suddenly?
he just came from nowhere and established himself.
Exactly. It just no, it not it just announced on TikTok. This is not even a
Rex,
meeting or anything.
there's
He
no
just
need to
announced
hear
on
announce
TikTok.
himself. He literally just said a social media post.
So it could have been easily been a shapeshifter
Yeah, it could have
that
been AI, it could have
changed
been
his
anything that
face.
did it, and these people were turning up for this so-called curl.
Yeah, and he says, "Okay, I am going to reset all the rankings to zero because, and like, who has cared about the rankings since the beginning of this show? Nobody."
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, for all of you that want to know, that all students will be tested. All of you should come to the hall one by one. I mean, in groups to be tested and get your new rankings based on how you fare in my little test for you. This test, and he wants to do this for all the students.
Yeah.
He will test one batch. After that one batch, his plan is to test multiple batches one by one. And his first test is to turn all of for him, his own personal goal is to get stronger in using his powers, and is to turn all of them, control all the students to fight themselves, basically. That's his goal. Like that is his end
Yeah.
goal. There's no other goal there. He's like, I'm going to make all of you fight yourself.
Yeah.
Whoever that wins, the next students will come in, they'll fight themselves. Even in the episode, somebody runs away from the this thing,
Yeah.
from the he uses the twice to run away. And already that's the end of this plan. I'm like, okay, who else is going to come in and test themselves when they know the goal is you killing them? Like,
Nah, it's to me.
what the fuck is going on
Wait,
here?
so they knew what the goal was.
We had a student literally run on the streets
So the first batch,
shouting, "He's killing them!" Yeah, from the
the
first
first
batch.
batch did not know when they went in.
Went in,
But
yeah.
when it
Yeah, I
started,
mean, yeah.
luckily, or I don't think it mattered. One of them was he can face through wall, so he just
Yeah.
ran instantly. Saw what's going on. He ran for the wall before he could get controlled, and he was shouting. He started running around campus telling everybody this is it. But even after that,
Nobody took.
a second batch turned up.
Like nobody listened to him, like
Well,
horror movie.
I'm guessing maybe some did, but there was enough people.
No,
turn up.
the second batch was the second batch was all the
Was it
heroes
all-
and their friends.
Was it all of them?
Yeah, it was purely them.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay,
purely
okay,
them.
okay.
The second batch was purely the heroes and I'm like, guy, what is your end? How do you think this is going to work? If you're just going to be massacring students and you expect them to keep turning up for you to massacre them, like assuming
that's not my biggest issue with this. My biggest issue
yeah, there was an issue.
that this guy, no matter how they try to hype his power, this guy, he himself, yeah, he's a soup. So you have a baseline level of strength and vulnerability that's better than humans, but there any of those other guys there, if they hit him with their own power, he's done.
He's dead.
All it takes is one shot. It's almost like a wonder type.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, guy, you are very vulnerable. You are super vulnerable.
I'm,
But obviously,
like, why are you even showing yourself in
yes,
public in the first place?
yes,
Like, what level of
that kind of power
anyway
set
is
is power set you will use in a very
The way he has been using it in the first,
behind the scenes type of way. You don't want people to know that this guy he can control you because they'll just laser your head off. I mean, it's very contrived, but to be honest, at this stage in the show, I think it's the level of the show. Anyway, and I'm not surprised. I was not really surprised at all. I mean, they try to use this, and we'll get to it in a minute, but we get a lot of guest appearances. And I think the very first one we get.
Is it from the Boys Universe or just regular?
So I think
we get Sister Sage back. We get Sister Sage back. Who is sleeping with this guy is back in his main body. They are talking. She's like, okay, the next plan is for us to convince meet up with Homelander, convince him that you're on his side, blah blah blah, so that there's no conflict. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And Sister Sage is apparently surprised that the megalomaniac she's sleeping with is a megalomaniac.
And it's not that annoys me. So Sister Sage knows this guy's part of Odessa, right? The whole Odessa thing.
Yeah.
Why would you be anybody related to Odessa as a black woman? I mean, you might say you're super smart, but still, the whole thing, none of this bears any deep examination at all.
It's bad. So this happens, and then they go. So Homelander calls Sister Sage. She cuts the call. She gets. I don't know why she sent Black Noir to capture Polarity. I'm not sure why.
So sorry. I think Red. Let me get into it. So Thomas puts out the social media call for people to come out for this,
for this test.
Yeah.
Marie actually puts out a counter social media post, which seems to have no effects because she just still turned up for the first battle. They get into it. That goes.
So wait, so this guy on social media, does he have a lot of following, or how does it just go viral?
We don't know where. Maybe it was using Cypher's account.
It's using Cypher's account, yeah.
But yeah, there's so many questions about that whole and the fact that people say, who? Where's he come from? You were dead like in the 1930s. Who? But none of that happens. Then and Tudor was right actually. The second group that comes is a planned group. So Marie, they recruit people. Some of the soups we've been seeing, some of them in the background, they basically recruit them. And basically, that guy that has a black hole for an arse.
Yeah.
So they basically pack themselves into this guy's backside.
Oh.
And he's one of the guys. So when he's one of the batch that goes in. And obviously when he gets it, then he starts shitting out all these other people, trying to overwhelm. In the end, the battle's going on, but for a while, God,
it's not really working.
It's still beating them all up. The whole thing is silly. I don't get excited about this. And I think at one point they tried to get is it the Chameleon? I can't remember what her name was. To try and copy
the Mimic to copy his powers, and then she realized she could control all of them using his powers. Well, I'm not sure what happened. She loses control or something.
Yeah, I think the guys overwhelmed her power. First she was winning, and then the guy reasserted. So basically, it's almost like the same power set battling for dominance. And he won. To cut long story short,
he probably has more experiences in the power. So
Polarity turns up, and he was basically the game changer.
Yeah, no, but before that, before Polarity turns up, like Polarity was. Sister Sage already took out Polarity from the table. By earlier in the episode, she sent Black Noir to capture Polarity. I think Polarity was going to go and report or something. It was going to do something. It was going to do something.
No.
This is how it looks like.
No. Sorry. Polarity was Dog, the guy who we knew as Cypher before. Reds. The guy who was acting as Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher,
it was taking him
to get some treatment because he was injured and so he was driving. So Polarity was trying to get that guy away, and out of nowhere, in the middle of this motorway,
Noah
No,
attacks,
no attacks
kills.
and kills Doug.
Yeah, then captures Polarity, throws him in jail. But when Sister Sage realizes Noah is this, I mean, this guy is going off the rails, he comes to meet Polarity, lets him out. Like, he gives a very stupid speech about, oh, I liked you when you didn't have anything. Apparently, he's supposed to be a control
Hmm?
on, control on what's his name? On
Sage?
Godokin.
But okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so she lets him out, and so he has to come as a big hero moment because Mary comes into that final fight with them, and she's also losing.
Yeah.
But Polarity comes in, blasts everybody away because his powers is not makes him automatically immune to
So whatever
Godokin.
for the Dokken.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. So can I just can I make one point here?
yeah.
When they sent Black Noir to kill, I actually felt I think the message was kill both of them. Kill.
No, it was to capture
No, I don't think it was
Polarity
because he was
because he brought Polarity back.
yeah because I thought it was because he was fanboying over him. He was fanboying
No,
over
no, no.
Polarity a lot. He was taking
If it was
selfies
Sister Sage,
and talking about, oh yeah, I remember when you were. So I'm thinking, was it you out of your own violation did not kill him to bring back?
no,
Oh, yeah, go on.
Sage references it that
Okay,
you are like my backup
right, okay,
against
okay,
Godokin. That I liked you with you having nothing to lose because then you can just go all out,
okay.
kill him and kill yourself.
Yeah.
That kind of deal. So that was the plan for that. Which like okay, you're still foolish for your entire planning, but yeah, I don't care. And so we get to the final battle where Polarity has Godokin on the ground.
Yep.
He's back just controlling himself, and he's about to kill Godokin. But Mari walks up to him. They exchange a look. That's Mari and Godokin. They exchange a look, and then Mari just steps in and blows up Godokin's head. This is where I am not sure what happened, and I've asked several times. Where did Godokin take over Mari
Right. But you know
in that bit?
but you know he did previously.
What? Yes, he had controlled Mari
Yeah.
previously.
So yeah. So his powers go to the point where he can control Marie. But in that
Yes.
scene, and because when I was watching it, I'd already heard comments about this whole. And I
Yeah.
was just saying, it makes no sense if that theory is true because you've killed a body.
Yeah.
You know, so he could control people, but his body was always there, and it's like a projection control. How does that work if you've actually? Why would you blow your own? But now, because then that means your power set is almost like you're now possessing somebody, and you
Yeah.
got no body.
Yeah. Because it might be an evolution of his power set one that
Mhm.
his mind jumps bodies.
Mhm.
Because it will if that is his power set, it will make sense for him to realize, you know what, I've fucked up my play with this particular body. There's no way I'm going to get away with this. The next best thing is to control the next Odessa person that has enough power of their own
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
what I want to do. Yeah. So that would make sense in a
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, but then, and again, I don't want to give this guy too much credit. Then there's no point even in Marie stopping Polarity. If he was controlling Marie at that point, what does it matter who kills
No,
Thomas?
no. My thought is that
Okay.
Polaris was on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, Godokin is on the ground.
Yeah.
He realizes Polarity is about to kill him,
Yes.
and then rather than use Polarity to kill him,
Yeah.
and he can't control, he just says, You know what? I'll jump into Mori, let Mori blow my body away." That settles the issue of Godokin. There's no suspicion anymore,
Yeah, but so
and I'm safe.
yeah, what would it matter if the death blows? Why would you not just jump into Marie, but still let Polarity do the killing? You're dead. You're dead. Don't get me wrong. I actually see your point.
Yeah.
I can see some writers saying, "Oh no, let's do this," so then we say that's why I did it.
Yeah.
But technically, it really should matter who killed.
Who kills him?
Yeah, and it would be it's
doesn't
less
matter, yeah.
suspicious if Polarity did it naturally.
Then if
The only reason why we are now having this theory is because of that her stopping Polarity doing it to do it herself.
yeah, to do it herself, yes, yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because there's no the way she talks afterwards. I went to watch it again.
Hmm.
It feels like Maury talking, but
Right. Yep.
there's a smirk at the end of the show, at the end of the season. Like when it goes fade to black, Maurice smirks in a kind of it could either be interpreted as girl power have won, or like this person is smirking, and I'm like, I'm not sure how to read it. Because unfortunately, Maurice gives a lot of like heartfelt speeches
Yep.
afterwards. Like she talks to Polarity, she talks to Jordan, she talks to her sister, and brings up a lot of resolutions to all these plot points.
If I slap you,
That
resolution my ass.
and a resolution according to the show. Like
So, is that going to be a season 4?
most likely,
I
or
don't think so,
otherwise it's just dovetail into the boys.
Yeah, I think most likely it would just be the boys and the Jeffrey just blend into one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they joined the Gen V crew.
Yeah, so at the end,
Yeah.
they joined the resistance. The people, the anti.
Yeah.
So basically Starlighter
And what's his name?
A Train.
Mother's Milk. Was it A Train or Mother's Milk?
Yeah,
Oh, it was
right.
A Train. It was A Train. It was A Train. Yeah.
For me, you made me pause. So they appear at the end, and then they do the Star Wars thing. Welcome to the Resistance. You know that kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
In a way, I thought it was a bit cringe. If I'm being honest, I can see
It
what
was cringe.
I can see what they were going for. But oh god, you guys are not even pulling this off at all. And so that's why I believe that maybe so Jeffrey will now just become part of the boys, and the next plot of season, I don't know, can't remember what season we are on the boys, but I'm thinking that's where they'll conclude everything. I don't think they'll be Gen V. I don't know. They might then do if it's Gen V, they might do a new set if they wanted to carry on doing Gen V.
No, they might if they win, if they beat Homelander in the new season, and they can say, okay, go back to school. You've won Homelander. Go back and continue your studies.
If
I
they
don't
want
care.
to, if they don't want to wrap up that season, then they're not killing Homelander.
No, it's supposed to be the final season for the boys.
Yeah.
Supposed to be the final season.
So today mentioned resolution. There's one scene when the sisters, the sisters that have been having all these issues, and then they had this talk in this episode, and they were starting laughing and making. I swear I wanted to slap both of them.
So who was right? Who was wrong?
No, they just literally moved from all the angst.
I mean, I'm talking about your discussion last week.
No,
what do you mean? I'm always right.
We are still disagreeing.
Yeah. So but what this episode does not do anything to address it. They just literally move past it. Now they're laughing at their best friend, their besties, and they'll laugh. Hey, mate.
And the outsider that took sides. They just let you people go.
No, I'm not going about that. What I'm just saying is that you be all this angst between these two people. You've had all this traumatic stuff that's just literally happened in this episode, and then that banter is almost like they just went to school and had some prank. Some dinner with
no, they just say I'll let it go because they just won a battle. There's the high of just beating the bad guy. They survived. They are celebrating. There's no like
all the moments
deep explorations.
All the moments of resolution in this episode annoyed me. So then
the entire show annoyed me.
We had scenes where because Kex was always banging. So a debate, another debate we were having about was Marie's behavior, where Kex was focused on this idea of Marie abandoning those people. Marie also abandons them. So in this episode, when they've won, now Jordan turns around and basically says, "Well, we don't trust you not to leave us again. Hence, we're not dating anymore. We're leaving you." And I'm thinking, huh? It makes no sense whatsoever. So they literally walked away. So basically, they said
they're broken up. Yeah,
they're broken up.
I mean, the lack of trust is there. I get it.
Lack of trust.
I don't trust you anymore.
It's almost like
I get your reasons, but I don't trust you.
It's like me telling my son, like, I'll go to battle and I lock my sons in the room to go and sleep so I don't want them to die. I come out and then my son say, "We don't trust you anymore. We're leaving you." Are you mad?
That's your son. Like, it's your wife. We are meant to be partners together. You've been fighting together.
My wife. I'm fighting with my wife.
Both of you have been partners together. You have been fighting this battle together, and you now remove the agency from her.
No, I am stronger than you. I'm the more powerful. the
Okay,
list.
let me switch it this way.
Yes.
Let's not use strength.
Yes.
Let's use intelligence. Both of you
Yes.
have been making decisions together, and it gets to one particular decision. I say, I'm smarter than you. I'm not allowing you to have a vote in this decision. I'm going ahead to do what I want to do because it's a smarter decision. And you do it. It turns out well, and you turn around and you expect her to like be happy with that because it turned out well. No, you've broken her trust already.
No, you're
You've
a
shown you
moron.
don't
You're,
trust her to.
no, no, you're a moron. You're known for making moronic decisions. You know.
What? Wow.
So
Yeah. Was
if you want to hate me,
regardless of whether
yeah, but
yeah.
again, but to me, then and in a weird way, I'm not happy
Yeah.
to accept that as an expression that, oh, I'm a moron, so now I'm annoyed and I'm going to walk away from you because you did that. Fine, I'll accept that.
No, so because it's like
Yeah,
regardless of whether the other person is a moron or not, the fact that both of you entered this relationship fully knowing that you guys are doing this together, you've been fighting this fight together before this relationship entered. Like she was
No.
already
So
yeah.
you can be fighting something together. It doesn't mean you can't be tactical about that fight. It doesn't mean every single fight
It's the
we have to
fact
put
no,
all our eggs in the basket.
it's not about being tactical. It's a lack of trust. If they've had a discussion and they've like, okay, you know what, we've had a discussion, we agree, you will do this, I'll stay behind. That's fine.
No, but
The
she,
fact that Maury refuses to have that discussion
because
every single time,
she knows your response because to get person more. Anyway,
that's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
Let's not delve
Let's
too
not
deep.
rehearse that.
But
Yeah.
yes, they're no longer.
They end the relationship, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm like, honestly, Gen V has been, like I said, it's been assignment for me. Honest, if not for this show, I won't be watching Gen V. It's been, yeah, it's not my show at all. And funny enough, I like this kind of setting. I like you are blending high school, you are blending superheroes, coming of age stories. There is so much you can do with this kind of storytelling. I mean, there's a reason Spider-Man is popular. There's a reason Sky High was popular when it came
Mhm.
out. You can do a lot, especially now with all these adult themes that are happening. There's a lot of ways you can do this particular story without being dumb. Like, not everything has to be. I think Gen V is made worse by being in the boys' universe.
I think that's part of the problem. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
I think in the first season, it was they did well to keep most of it unrelated to the general world. You know, obviously it was related, but we didn't start to see. I think was it not the last episode before we saw a major person
Homelander.
from the boys turn up,
Yeah.
and so they focus more on the. But now I don't know whether the course change they did because of the death of Andre was our fault or it's just bad writing. I think season one was way better than season two.
Even season one, like the world building, I already had issues with the world building. Like
Okay,
the old ranking system, how does it work?
so no,
The whole
right.
school, how
So
does that work?
in season one, the ranking system did not great because it was clearly a we want to see who's the best. It's almost like when you valedictorians, who's the valedictorian, who's going to get the
Yeah.
sponsorship to
To join,
to
yeah, but like
travel.
what
get that.
what goes into the calculation of who
Oh, yeah,
gets
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it kept on changing rapidly. Anyhow, like
Yeah.
1 minute is people that have been in the school for years. Or a random minute is Mori from nowhere. Okay, how did that happen? Then next day, someone posts a social media post and it's somebody random, and I'm like, okay, how?
Yeah,
So yeah,
so you wanted more around the mechanics of how it worked.
like I wanted to understand. Okay, this is what you're committing to. Let's get it. It just feels like someone thought, okay, superhero school ranking.
It kind of reminded me of,
Yeah.
and I hope I'm not going to get hate from the Harry Potter films. I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan myself. I watch all the movies.
Yeah,
But what always made me laugh was the
ranking.
random number point assignment they used to give in Harry Potter show.
Ex-
2,000
Exactly.
points
But the
to
point,
Gryffindor. Thank you.
those point systems,
Yeah.
those point systems were intentionally random. Like even
Yes,
in
yes.
universe, everybody knew this was nonsense.
Yeah.
It's like everybody accepted that this is nonsense. Like, okay, I can give 400 points at the end of the year for whatever reason I like.
Like,
That's fine. But here they try to make it, oh, this is how you get to the 7, and I'm okay. Enough of Gen V. That well, your series score.
so for this season, Sorry, I can't give it a pass mark. So let's be clear. I just want to see how bad mark I want to give it.
It's not. You can't even give it.
No, it's not getting a pass mark for me.
No, it's not a pass mark.
So I'm going to give it. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 1.8 out of 5.
Okay. 1.2 for me.
Wow.
And that's me struggling to give it that 1.2.
Yeah,
I don't like it at all.
But does Kex like it?
Kex likes some bits, but overall,
Yeah,
it might be more generous than we
yeah,
are
I
playing.
think Kex probably, and he will give a score next week when it comes. But if I'm going to guess, I think Kex will still score it at least 2.5. I will be.
No,
guessing.
it won't get up to half mark. It won't get the
think so,
pass
yeah?
mark from Kex.
Okay.
I don't think it's get pass mark.
Okay.
Yeah. It might give it a 2,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that's Gen V. And an unfortunate show we've watched, and I'm glad we are rid of.
Thank you.
But-
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Red, we are definitely watching the next shit show we have to do. You're the guinea pig for the next one.
Wait. Did Red skip every single episode of this? Did you watch any?
No. I wish I'd been like you. Because
Yeah, you not missed anything. You literally have not missed
Yeah.
anything.
not miss anything, there's no point.
No, but once it started, you guys I just listening to you guys. I wasn't even gonna think about
There's,
it. So.
yeah, there's no point watching this show.
Well,
And-
thank you for
when-
your
when-
service.
When the boys comes back, they'll do all these little catch-up things that you
Catch up things I will say.
Yeah.
All you need to know is at the end of it, some of these students
They
are
are
now
join
joined
the
Starlight.
resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Marie is on the same level as Homelander, but yeah, nobody cares.
Really?
That's
I
what
mean,
they, that's what they
That's what they are saying.
Wait, is Butcher dead?
No,
Okay.
but yeah. Moving on to our main topic of discussion this week.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, so we are recommended to go on a bit of a deep dive into the history of comic book TV shows. And like I said, what we found was surprising. Who can just try to guess when the first comic book property TV show was on air? I'll give it a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it, our listeners, and if I was a betting man, I bet unless
Nobody.
you've actually looked this up previously, you would not be able to guess.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if anybody. I will be shocked if anybody gets it within plus or minus 10.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Now, like, what can you reveal the year for the first comic book related TV show?
So the first comic book superhero / related TV show was 1936. 1936.
So it's pre World War II.
Pre World War II, pre Lord
Yes.
of the Rings. I'm like,
So
Wow.
when did TV itself start?
I have no idea.
Maybe 1934.
Yeah, this came
The first TV show, first drama was 1928.
So
The
less than
first, yeah,
8 years.
8 years.
But funny enough, this first one, and as we're talking about, without mentioning the name, you guys listening, you should. Hopefully, you might be able to guess before we tell you the show. Well enough, there's one phrase that I think is still in use in the UK, well, at least in the UK, that references the show. Even now, have you heard the phrase "that goes minging"? You've never heard that phrase? Oh, okay.
I don't live in the UK.
Yeah, you
I know the phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The origin of that phrase traces its way back to the show. Weird enough.
So I know the phrase, but I didn't know the origin.
Yeah. So the TV show is Flash Gordon. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of Flash Gordon. They might not realize how old it is. I'm sure I did not realize how old it was.
It's very old.
Yes. 36. That's
Like-
a big deal.
So,
I remember when I first heard of Flash Gordon, I thought that was the
Okay.
full name of the Flash. Till I realized it was a different property.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Till I realized it was a different property. Then I thought it was copying the Flash.
Yeah, I know. It's the senior boy to Flash.
Yeah.
It's senior Flash.
Yeah. Way senior boy. So Dakpo, how was the premiere episode when you watched it?
You're mad. I swear you're mad. You're mad. I
So,
watched some of these on reruns. I mean, and to be honest, there were many seasons that came after. So I'm not even sure if I watched the original season ever or any episodes. But Flash Gordon was, when we were kids, it was just always on TV in one form or the other.
Yeah.
And it was part of our psyche as a kid. Flash Gordon, adventurer, sci-fi, and that word I was mentioning, his enemy in this show was Emperor Ming.
Meng the Emperor, yeah.
Yeah, Ming the Emperor. So at some point in the last 10 years, if they say you're Minging, it means you're ugly because you look like Emperor Ming.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine how racist that show was.
Oh,
okay.
no,
So
no,
Ming
no,
in
no.
that
Look,
Ming in that looks like the way they used to stereotype people from that area of the east.
Kublai Khan.
Yeah, the very over slanted eyes, the very
Yeah.
long, thin
Pencil mustache and the
mustache
beard.
with cackles. Yeah. It was very on the nose, stereotypical. But so first TV show. Now, don't ask me my view of this. I watched this as a kid. I watched episodes here and there. I never really sat down and watched a season from beginning to end. It was just something that as a kid, it was in the background and we watched Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, for what I remember of it, it's probably pretty much unwatchable nowadays. As a show.
Yeah. So what comes after Flash Gordon?
Quick
Yeah.
aside, there was a Flesh Gordon. Did you ever hear about that?
Was it porn? Because the way there's no way that it must be porn. There's no way that's not porn.
No.
Yes.
It's not.
It's not.
Right,
No.
explain yourself.
Explain, please.
I don't know. I'm asking. I've heard about Flesh Gordon.
I think you're
Okay,
very
let me
familiar with
check.
You
it.
act.
It's comedy. It's sci-fi comedy. It was a movie. So I'm asking if there was any relationship. I don't know. Yeah.
Flash Gordon is a 1974 American science fiction sex comedy. So yeah, porn.
So it's porn. See, Red, try to make it out like it's some high.
I had to know.
high
Okay.
concept
Moving on.
art
Moving
something.
on. Moving on.
Right. So those tapes, you better go and hide them somewhere else, please.
I don't know. You still have tapes?
So so the next one.
So
Yeah, go on. You gonna say something?
well, actually, the next couple of ones are they're also like Flash Gordon in that they were not yet proper superhero TV.
Yep.
Like they're not proper superheroes the way we know them, but they've also been reboots of them in the in this new millennium of ours.
Yep.
That they should still be in the public consciousness.
Yep.
So following Flash Gordon, we had Dick Tracy,
Yep.
Lone Ranger, and Green Hornet. I didn't realize how old Lone Ranger and Green Hornet were.
Yes.
Like they were this old.
Again, I didn't realize how old they were.
Yeah.
How old is Green Hornets? Let's talk about that.
Well, according to this here, it came out in the 1940s. In 1940.
Wow. I would have thought it was 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
Wait, wait. There's no way. So
I know.
Bruce Lee,
Yeah.
so Bruce Lee was in the movie. And how old is Bruce Lee?
No, I think now that I've seen this year, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee joined
There's an older one.
The latest seasons of this.
And made it popular. Yeah.
They
Okay.
made it popular.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's what's happened.
That has to be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, no,
go on.
because Bruce Lee joined the one in 1960.
Okay.
This is the one in
Yes.
1940. They're two different series.
There's two
Yeah.
different ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I didn't even
Yeah.
know the property was that old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in my mind, the Bruce Lee one was when it started.
It was the original. Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was from the 1940s. And even the Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger was very popular
Yeah.
when I was growing up. But again
It's
now,
most likely not the same.
it's
Lone
not this
Ranger.
one. It was the reboot or the
Definitely not.
rehashes one. It was big in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else, but I'm sure it was big in
Yeah.
America. It must have been big in America because it was.
It's America.
In America
Yeah.
at
It
the
was.
time,
It was.
yeah.
With the West.
Yeah.
With the Western and Tonto.
Tonto. Yeah,
and,
Tonto. Yeah. I mean, we've had
And
the
then
movie
Sil and
about a few years ago. I don't know how many years ago. So yeah,
with Johnny Depp. Yeah.
yeah. I think most
Yeah.
people would have people even now. You probably heard of Green Hornet, heard of Lone Ranger, Dick Tracy.
I mean, there was a Green Hornet reboot. There was a Lone Ranger, an infamous Lone Ranger reboot.
There was
that
a Dick
bombed.
Tracy. There was a Dick Tracy.
There have been
reboot,
multiple
but
Dick Tracy's.
even that reboot is old.
No, there
Yeah,
was one by there was
Warren
one by
Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one.
Warren
Yeah.
Beatty. Yeah, cool.
yeah. So it's like, okay, there have been multiple incarnations of this particular character. Like Dick Tracy was a detective,
Yep.
so not exactly superhero, but like there is that element there.
Yeah.
Green Hornet was like a proper Batman type superhero.
Yeah, but with
With
martial
with the
arts,
ca- with the
with
car with the
masks.
car and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
Yeah. And Lone Ranger also, that's like, okay, these are things that, well, different origin stories, but it's been interesting to have all of these particular characters basically being depicted back in those days.
Okay.
And like this is the genesis of where we started seeing what we mean by super, like this is the first idealization of superheroes in America. So it's like seeing how that evolved, moving from this kind of background to purely science background in later years.
Yep. I mean,
So
it's weird. Even Dick Tracy always had this element of sci-fi with it because he had that watch. I always remember
yeah,
he had this like
Mhm.
futuristic watch. And now I don't remember
yeah.
how that was explained, where he got that from.
Was it ever explained?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I like that. I like that kind of mystery. We don't have those kind of mysteries anymore, where there's just something that nobody bothers to explain, and it's just part of the fabric of the show. Yeah. So moving on to like after this particular generation, we now have what we recognize as common superheroes now.
Yep.
And the first one was Captain Marvel, Adventures of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And a
Can-
special mention,
Can you
yeah,
clarify for our listeners? Because I know the young people of nowadays, they will get confused. Please explain to them
yeah.
who Captain Marvel is, please.
So this is the Marvel superhero TV show, like for what's her name again? That is currently played by you saw her in Endgame. Yeah, so she's the
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers. Yeah, so this is the Adventures of Captain Marvel in the 19 back then, and amazing stuff. It came out very early in those days. Like wow.
Doc was not agreeing with
Are
you.
you mad? You want to mislead our listeners. So our listeners, this Captain Marvel is the original Captain Marvel. It's the one that some people nowadays know as Shazam. The character.
So, question for you. The
Yes.
TV show Shazam.
Yes.
There was a TV show called Shazam. What's
Later
that?
on,
What was
yeah.
that? Or what was it?
There was an animated show.
Yeah.
No, a TV show, not animated. With a
Yeah.
kid. Was called Shazam.
Yeah, the power of Shazam. It was called Captain Marvel with the power of Shazam, and then when they started getting into this whole issue about not putting Captain Marvel as the biggest title, because I feel that happened in the 50s when they lost the right to use that name. They'll start calling it Shazam, starring Captain Marvel. And I think it was a Shazam Power Hour. I need to remember the exact title of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first ever TV superhero show was Captain Marvel. Back then,
Yeah,
owned
it was
by
a 12
Fawcett.
episode. Yeah, 12 episode TV show. Like, yeah, it's impressive that it's been out that long. I would like to see what the world would be like in an alternate universe where Fawcett Comics still existed all its own.
Well,
How
if
they would have played
well,
it into this
actually,
modern
no,
age.
I'll keep quiet. I don't want to talk about how DC was a bully and what.
Yeah,
save
we've heard that
save for
several
another day.
times.
Yes.
Yeah, but one show that it deserves a special mention, despite being animated, is Superman, which I think broke ground for being animated. Like the animation quality in that Superman broke ground for it sets the standard for what animation can be
Yep.
and what animation can look like. I think even up to today, there are several animation I would put below the quality of that particular Superman animation
That's so bad.
without even joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
yes,
so Superman the animated series.
and just to make a point, we purposely mentioned this one, even though it's animated. We're not going to mention any more animation, but we thought it was it's a pivotal time. That this was the first superhero TV show that was animated, Superman.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. Like you can still catch clips online. It's now the logo of DC basically. Like the first thing you see when they show the DC logo, it's an homage to that. It's the first one you see him catching. I remember vividly the episode of him catching a falling building, stopping a train, rescuing Louis Lane from the robots. like those episodes still stick very vividly in my mind, despite watching this thing ages ago. So there's that. And then we also had a Batman TV show, which is not Adam West. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I didn't realize they made Batman back then like that, but it's interesting. We also had things like the Phantom and Captain America,
Yep.
the TV shows. Captain America, obviously, because of World War happening, they
Yeah.
needed
Yes. Yes.
propaganda, so
Yes.
it
Yes.
filled the role as the propaganda machine for them back then. But yeah, this particular generation, we've finally seen the breakthrough of comic TV shows
Yes.
into like proper comic TV shows, and some of them really good as well. Any of these things that stand out to you, Darkworth?
No, so the Superman one, the animated one we've talked about. Now the Batman one, I don't really remember this. I think I've seen some clips online, and just to be very clear, this was done in I think in a series mode. We will come back to. We will come on to the one that most people reference when they talk about the original Batman TV series. This is before that, and I think they tried to take a more serious tone, but obviously we're talking about the 40s here. With the same project, so I don't remember this. I only remember seeing clips, so I probably never sat down to watch a full episode, even of this show. So I'm not familiar with that. The Phantom, which is the same year, I remember again seeing bits of that somewhere, or some rerun somewhere. Not familiar. Now Captain America, and this is the one
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm not getting confused. There is one particular one that I saw that's really old as well, but it doesn't feel that it's 1944 old. If I'm being honest.
No, no, not. Are you
That
talking
should be
about
a
the one?
different one.
With Matt.
You're talking about the one with a bike with a shield,
Thank
where
you.
the shield
With
is a
Master
bit
Kalinga.
transparent.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
that's not.
yeah.
That's
So
not.
again,
Yeah.
this is one that I don't really know. If I'm being honest, don't really know it.
Okay, so from this one, did you watch the Adventures of Captain Marvel?
Oh, I didn't watch it then, but I've watched it since. I've watched episodes of it. It's very funny. I tell you what's funny is when he flies, you could tell he's just jumping off a building or jumping off a raised ledge,
Mhm.
and then they cut
Yeah.
away, and it's really bad.
Uh, so I think that what you are mistaken. The Captain America you referred to on this list is an animated show as well.
Oh,
It's not
it's not listed here as animated. Okay, fine.
yeah. What I'm
Okay.
looking at, it looks like it's the animated TV
Oh,
show.
okay. Then that will explain. That will explain.
That's
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Good.
yeah. It's an animated TV show. And then moving on from that particular generation, because we tried to break it here because of how iconic the next one is on our list.
Yep.
And this is one I think everybody should know. Either you've seen clips online, you've seen the character or whatever. Adam West Batman
Yes.
in 1966.
Yes.
With Boy Wonder.
Yeah, with Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
Red, I'm sure you caught the premiere of this one. The joke is just too funny not to make. How was your experience watching this as it was coming out?
I remember clearly when they couldn't dispose of a bomb.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny. So what year? What was the first year of this? Sorry, I'm trying to.
That's about 60s.
66.
Yeah.
66.
So 66. So here's the thing. So that means I could not have watched it in 66. But
No,
when
no,
I,
it's not
yeah,
not
but
even
when I was
possible. No.
when I was growing up, this is one of the
Yeah.
first TV shows I remember watching 1 week after the next week. You know, like I had to
Like
wait
we
next week back time next. But at the point,
Was
was
it as
serialized.
campy as like did it feel as campy as it feels now back then? Or it was just like that is how TV shows
right?
were made?
Okay. So let's be honest. So I had not started reading. I was not yet. So I got into comics reading.
Yeah.
So in about 72, 73. So I started reading
Ah,
comics.
okay.
But I'm sure I was watching this show before I started reading comics.
Okay.
So I was introduced to Batman via this show,
Yeah.
and I was hooked
On this particular
on this
show.
show, and everybody was hooked, and they were always ended on cliffhangers.
Oh, okay.
And there was always this thing like and it's always most of the times it's always either Batman in danger or Robin about to die. You know, they're always fall into one of the traps of their villains, and then I always remember when it ended, it would be like, "Will Robin die? Holy moly! Will Batman save him? Tune in next back week, next back channel, back something, back something." It's really corny when you think about it, but
But back then it was
we
yeah.
absolutely loved it. I was obsessed with this, and the casts. They seem to just throw all their body into this. Like it was really over the top. The Joker,
They fully committed to
yes,
the
it was great.
I
It was
mean,
great, but it was doing damage to
how?
it was doing damage to how superheroes will be perceived for decades. Comics will not recover from this image until the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah,
hmm,
because everybody grew up with this being
with this idea
as
of
cheesy, really
yeah,
campy stuff.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like because we've lost our ability to enjoy cheese.
You guys are too
In
critical. You judge everything now.
yeah, we are way too. I feel like is it that we've gotten way too judgmental about TV shows that are trying in earnest, and that we overlook the enjoyment for some flaws here and there.
No, but
A lot of
I don't think. Do you think people can't enjoy cheese now?
No,
Even
well,
um,
not just
okay,
cheese in general, but like we can't enjoy shows unless they make perfect sense. Every flaw
no,
is a
okay.
thing for us to
So
nitpick.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm also that we will take you at face value of what you're saying you're doing. If you let's use the tick.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna moan about the tick. Tick comes out to you that I'm funny, campy. No, I'm always gonna be trying to work out plot lines but if you're coming to me like you're a dead serious show, th- we can take it at your face
Uh,
value and judge you on that.
But
I love
they
you. You're
did
gone.
okay, so we did the same thing for She-Hulk. She-Hulk came out
No,
as
no, you
campy.
did.
you
Let's be very
did.
clear who did
I,
that.
I,
I'm
I don't
saying
I
this.
can
Yes,
agree
That's
with
what
yes.
I'm saying.
I
That's what I'm
was
saying. That
I love She-Hulk. So let's be very
yeah,
clear.
like people took She-Hulk, despite it coming out as a campy TV show,
Right.
and like, okay, you
Yeah,
know
but
what? We are going to
I
examine the
think
you.
flaws.
She-Hulk wasn't campy though.
Uh,
it had an element of
He had a
he had
bit
a,
of
cheesiness,
he had a
camp,
bit
yeah,
of
yeah.
camp, but yeah.
But I
he,
also
he,
think
he wasn't.
people
Yeah,
there was a preset hatred that people were already willing to hate on the show
reached for
before it even
She-Hulk. Yeah,
started. So and they went for it. I like
fair
that. So,
enough.
yeah. So yeah, you people maybe you people have lost your sense of wonder and enjoyment. That's your problem.
That was saying somebody has lost sense of wonder and enjoyment.
Yeah.
Dakpo. You can say this with your full chest.
I enjoy
Ha,
She-Hulk. I enjoy She-Hulk. Can you say the
okay.
same? Can you say
It's
the same?
because Kex is not here, and I am too tired to deal with this
But
right
no, you know
now.
what? Let's be frank. Keck is part of the modern day problem. He is.
What's that?
Oh,
What are we minutes? What? So we can set
No,
into.
Keck is part of the modern day problem. But when he
mm,
got his Titans, he be shining his teeth. That rubbish. But anyway,
okay, let's move on.
let's move on before we digress.
Before we
Yeah.
digress too much into insulting, so Adam West, it redefined what TV shows could be. It deserves a plaque all of its own.
Yeah,
And then we
100%.
had other shows, yeah, other shows like the $6 Million Man. I've never heard of it. Slash the Bionic Woman. I think this was Red's
Wait.
favorite show growing up.
Time out. You never heard of it.
Never heard of
Oh,
it. This is my
really?
first time hearing of the $6 Million Man. Yeah,
Never heard of it.
never.
Red. Sometimes we have to be very careful that maybe what we think is our experience
It's definitely not. Yeah.
is not. Sorry, I don't expect today to have watched it, but not to have heard of it.
Yeah,
It's a bit
never.
shocking.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't because it doesn't come up in pop culture. Like once I saw the tagline, like
Yeah.
what the premise of the show is about, I can see all the different shows it has inspired.
Right.
But
Okay.
there was no way for me to like, okay, I'm linking this back to
Right.
$6 Million Man or
Yeah.
Bionic Woman. I'm like, okay,
I mean, I'm not being funny. Even Cyborg,
yeah,
to me,
Yeah,
Six
it's
million
It's
based from that. Yeah,
yeah, $6 million man. Yeah.
yeah. Like there've been so many Terminator, RoboCop itself. So there've been
Yes.
so many different
Yeah.
shows that have come out with this particular premise, and like, okay,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see what the origin was.
And again, that show, and listeners, please, I'm not telling you to go and watch that show because
Nobody's telling you to watch
no,
it.
it will not hold up now. But back then,
Yeah.
it was a big deal. It was a big deal. 6 million man buying the company. Yeah. Good
That's like
memories. Yeah, good memories.
that's
Right. So where are
wow.
we going to next? Which one?
So the next one is Wonder Woman. The
Well,
Linda
everybody knows
Carter.
that one.
This is like everybody knows Linda Carter's version. If not for the fame, if you've not seen the clip of her running, then please, I don't know what you're doing. But that
But
clip
this
was
came out. This came out the
everywhere
same. This thing came out the same time as
at
Six
six
Million
million.
Dollar Man.
Yeah. Well, because I
So
think
you have
it's
to.
Wonder Woman, and like people are always paying
Mm,
homages to Linda Carter's version. Like
mm,
whenever they're talking
mm,
about making a new Wonder Woman
mm,
TV show, new Wonder Woman, everybody just goes back to
mm.
Linda Carter.
Does
She
that have
also
anything
showed
to? Does that have anything to do that she showed a lot of skin and she was a beauty queen?
Yes, of
no.
course.
I'm talking about how
Okay,
she has shown up
I'm
in pop
talking.
culture till
Mm-hmm,
today. Like she even showed up in the new Wonder Woman movie.
Yes.
She showed
mm-hmm.
up in Wonder
Yeah.
Woman movie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in the post-credit scene.
Yeah, so like
84.
people still remember that particular version. It still gets talked about a lot.
Yeah,
Even people that were born after the fact, they know
Yeah,
it. They remember it.
we remember it.
so
It
this
was
is also this thing always make me. This is something that when it came out, I was at the age where I could literally
appreciate
watch it
it.
and well, not even appreciate it. I was but I could watch it and know it's a superhero, it's Wonder Woman. But even then, even at that age, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a serious show, if that makes sense. I was old enough to think, okay, this is just nice fun, okay, and even the effects, even though for those sort of ages, for that time, it might be cutting age, I was still slightly unimpressed, but that's only because I was now a comic reader, and I could see the. You go on.
No, that was just.
Oh yeah,
I remember her in an invisible jet, and
Yeah.
and I thought that was well done then, back then.
Yeah. So it's like Wonder Woman up to today, it's still a lasting mark on how comics are being written. Like it's why I said she has that effect that up to today, when Grant Morrison was writing his H1 version of comic of Wonder Woman, he still talks about the Linda Carter version.
Got it.
Almost any author that is picking up the pen to write Wonder Woman, they still refer back to this particular version. Like it's that iconic. So yeah,
Okay.
Wonder Woman. Then we have the Incredible Hulk.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Gotta take time and pay proper homage to that one.
So
Okay.
personally, this is where I was already fully. I was not by this time. I was a full comic geek. I did the first TV show that was comic based that I thought was the Chef's Kiss. So this is, the way. I guess some people nowadays will say, I don't know, Arrow. How Arrow was so great to them, or this to me was
Arrow.
okay. What
Please.
what's the modern day version? Okay, for you today, what would you say the first TV
Yeah.
superhero show that you watched that you thought, oh my god, it's not properly, it's not taken seriously, it's excellent. What would that be for you?
That would be Smallville.
Right. So
Up to a
this
point. Yeah.
this
What's your
for me,
Smallville?
this was how Smallville back then. It was hot. There was no. Even now when people look at it, the it's still a bit cheesy. But back then, no. To us, it was dead serious. It was done. It was almost. It was not quite comic accurate, but it was enough accurate to comics that I loved this show beyond doubts. And then they started doing cameos of other superheroes.
Superheroes.
Thor showed up.
Yeah, Thor was there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thor was there.
and Daredevil came at one point.
That was a cut. That was a cut. That was a cut scene, right?
Yeah.
Cut case, yeah.
So for me, the Incredible Hulk is seminal.
and the way they always ended it with that
Walking
piano
away.
riff,
Oh, yeah.
walking
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was a good show.
Nice.
That was a good show.
yeah.
Nice. That's good to hear. Superboy. After this,
Yes.
I don't even remember that.
I watched.
like it's falling in the annals of history.
I watched this, but it was okay. Again, because I was a superhero fanboy, I was slapping everything up.
Yeah.
But it was nowhere near the level of Incredible Hulk. But in my mind, I will always remember that when Smallville came, Smallville
Yeah.
strongly reminded me of the vibe of Superboy, but done better
Because
with more budget and more money, obviously. Yeah. So you were going to say
because
something?
why I'm talking about Superboy is like there've been so many Superman live action animated productions over the years that gets talked about.
Yes,
Like
yes,
the animated series, the radio show, the various different adaptations you can think of. This particular show never gets talked about, never gets brought up in conversation
I
again.
don't even know. I don't even know about it.
No,
Yeah.
but funny enough, a lot of time you see these pictures of Superman through the ages,
Yeah.
and they'll show different images. Always, this guy is always among them, and he's one old people say, "Who the fuck is that?" It's the one people always put out, "Who's that?" And I don't know why. I do remember there was an issue with Siegel and Schuster
Yeah.
because they were having multiple court cases against DC,
Yeah.
and Superboy, because of Superboy, that's a separate case, and I think that's one of the few cases they actually won. So I'm
Oh,
wondering.
okay.
So have you got this Superboy? What year was it? How many episodes did they do?
It was 4 seasons.
Yeah,
Let me
so,
check.
yeah,
I
so
mean, I don't have how many
okay.
episodes, but it
Four
was 4 seasons. Yeah.
4 seasons,
So there's no
1988.
excuse why it's so hard.
It gets
Oh,
skipped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's no excuse.
But before we move on, I just realized we skipped the George Reeves Superman.
Oh, did we
What was
skip
that
it?
movie? The Adventures of Superman, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
1952.
yeah.
Adventures of Superman. So yeah, that was. I think that should also be a classic one. Like I put it up there
No,
with
so
the.
in America, I do know
Yeah.
it was big. If I remember correctly, this show actually crossed over with the biggest show in America that then. I Love Lucy. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
love
love
Lucy.
Lucy
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
big. Yeah.
they literally had a crossover with this show.
Yeah. So because this moved from black and white to color.
Yes,
Like
yes.
they have seasons in black and white, we have seasons in color as well. And I'm like, okay, yeah, George Reeves Superman should be mentioned because you can't. I'm not going to mention Superboy and then not mention George Reeves Superman. But then we had like the Human Targets and Swamp Thing. These are both out there TV shows. In terms, they are not mainstream superheroes, but they still have their comic books. They still have they're not okay. They're not classic superheroes.
But
That I think you watched both.
no, I didn't.
Oh, really?
I watched some of Swamp Thing,
Yeah.
and I watched the episode here there, and I knew it was a comic book. When the Human Attacker was on, I knew it was
Yeah.
on. I did not know it was related to any comic. I did
Really?
not know it was comic related. I only found
Christopher
out
Chance.
this was comic related a few weeks ago when some of you guys were saying, I said, what?
Wait, you didn't read the Tom King book? That was like a few years
no.
ago.
I read Tom King book. No,
Yeah.
you don't understand what I'm trying to say here. I knew of that TV show back in the day.
Back in the day. But you didn't know it was the same one as the.
Yeah, I didn't know. Back in the day, I didn't know it was comic related at all because I didn't know that character then.
No. Yeah.
So when I now know that character, Human Target in the comics, I didn't realize that was the
It's
same
the same
character
one.
that had that show.
Ah.
So I did not know. I didn't know. I thought those two were two separate things entirely. So
I get it now.
yeah, it's weird. I did not know.
But was it good?
I didn't really watch it. I think I watched one episode of. All I remember was that this guy was he can change his look and appearance to take some people's place,
Yeah.
So I think it was not a show I really watched like that.
Okay.
Even Swamp
Fair
Thing,
enough.
I watched a couple of them, and even then, because I wasn't really, even though I knew Swamp Thing was comic based, but I was
You did.
to me Swamp Thing was too esoteric of a character for me, and I didn't really care about it. And also, I should say this. By that time, I was in my Marvel phase, and because back then it was almost a common, well, it's a common progression. You start with DC, and when you get
Yeah.
into your teens and stuff like that, you drop DC and you go into Marvel.
I never did that.
Yeah,
DC for life.
but you know why? I'll tell you why now. Because by the time you came around,
Yeah.
DC had stopped being what it used
Shit.
to be. No, but basically DC kept it. DC's audience, the target was kids, and they
Yeah.
kept it. And they were saying, no, we are talking to kids. Marvel said, no, we're not doing that. We're going for teenagers, graduates, university. And it was only, but later on,
It still shows in their DNA. Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
DC did. I mean, I have to give DC credit. To be honest, that's part of what from I think it was around the Crisis area. Crisis was
Yeah.
the first attempt. They started getting more and more
I,
mature.
I think the first serious arc I read was Marvel Cloak and Dagger with the drugs
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the first real adult themed comic I read.
Okay, so what's the next show?
So the next one is on that classic Superman show, Lewis and Clark.
Yes.
This is a show I can clearly remember. Like I think for you mentioned it was, I can't remember the one you mentioned, that Adam West. For me, it was Lewis and Clark. That I can clearly remember watching it week on week.
Right, okay.
Like as the episode drops every Sunday night, everybody goes on to watch Lewis and Clark.
Yes.
So it was that type of show for me growing up.
And I think Lewis and Clark
Yeah.
was a very inclusive show.
Yeah.
In terms of like almost every member of the family could watch it. It was safe for the children, and the parents also got, I guess, something out of it. Yeah. It was very popular. And
Very popular.
And the fact that Terry Hatcher was, a very good looking lady did not hurt the ratings
At all.
And then we have to mention, since we're talking about that show, we have to mention one of the most classic. Would you call it a poster or a movie that they did for that show with Terry Hatcher wearing the cape and nothing else?
I'm sure you would remember that. I'm sure you have that poster.
I don't remember that. You're the only one that remembers is that one.
I look at today pretending that he didn't remember.
I don't actually. I was a kid when I was watching all of this. Yeah, what I remember were very classic episodes and going to school to go and like we watched it on Sunday night. On Monday morning, we are discussing the episode of what happened
in school.
Yeah, it was that kind of show where, because I still remember clear episodes where there was one where it was in a small box, the box kept shrinking. There was one where it was in an island with Teriyata, and they kept losing their clothes. There was one where
see what you remember.
Yeah, see what's coming out now. That's what he's remembering.
Those were those are episodes in the show. I think there's even one where it was in this show he tried to shave his beard with the mirror.
Yes.
He was shaving his beard with the mirror. Yes, it was the show. Yeah. So it was classic. It was a very classic TV show growing up. Lewis and Clark. And now there are two that are not exactly, two or three in this time period that are not exactly superhero TV shows.
Okay.
But they are grouped under this category for some weird reason.
Okay, go for it.
There's Power Rangers in general. Like, it's not superhero, but it's like there are comics out right now. It falls under that same category. It appeals to the same demography.
They have costumes, they have powers, they have robots. Yeah, you can see
sci-fi. Yeah. If like it appeals to the same demography of people that watch superhero. There's also Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So this I find weird why they put. So guys, so listeners, we obviously we didn't make this list. We consulted a list, and we were debating why was Buffy
a superhero.
It's if you switch vampires for monsters or villains of the week, it's the same.
No, I think it's more because Buffy herself had powers, technically.
Yeah, like if she was like, okay, I'm fine. Like if you switch the entire story and the vampires are aliens. And without changing anything in the show.
But the one thing I will say in his defense as to why she on this list, but I don't believe that's why they put on the list. this is just my canon as to why it should be on the list. Is the writer of this show is a big comic book fanboy, and a lot of the episodes of Buffy
Where appeals to
blatantly
that,
reference comic arcs, comic stories. The most famous one is when in this, I think it's a show they call it Dark Willow, which was a clear reference to the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah.
So it was written by a lot of comic books. A lot of the
It has
characters
a-
in there
yeah.
were comic book nerds within the show. So I could say they connected, but I would not put it on the list personally.
Yeah, because I feel like it appeals to the same people that would watch comic book shows. It does
Right,
the
yeah.
same tropes as people that would watch comic book shows. Like it does a lot of the same arcs, the same storylines. And for me, it's like it's just vampires instead of aliens. Like there's if you switch it around, it's basically a comic book show. It just neatly falls into the vampire genre.
Did we all watch this?
I watched it. Yeah.
Red? You never watched Buffy?
You didn't watch Buffy?
Oh wow.
Wow. Exactly.
I'm tempted to say, I think it still holds up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen the episode.
I just- This was what? Which year was this? This was 2000s, right?
Yeah, I remember there's a movie. There's one movie before,
Yeah.
and
I
then
think
they did the show.
Yeah. From
And I-
1997.
what-
Yeah,
it's from 97.
Yeah.
How come
And
I
it
didn't
ran
get
for
into
10
it?
seasons because it's good.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, I won't lie, it is good.
I'm trying to remember why I never got into it because I know it. I've seen a few here,
Yeah,
and but I
But
just never got into it.
I can't remember the season now. By the time we got to second season, it was in my mind what you call God tier back then. It got to that, especially all those Dark Willow. It was God tier. They literally had one episode where they sang throughout, and I think that won awards. Yeah. Oh no, they didn't sing throughout. I think it was silent. Was it? Oh, it was.
There was a
silent.
silent episode.
Yeah,
There was a silent
it was
episode. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Like
no.
there's a reason why Josh Whedon was considered like
Yeah.
God
God's
tier
gift.
in terms
God's gift.
to comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of a lot of what he did in Buffy. He pioneered a lot of techniques with Buffy that like people still go back and say, oh wow, okay. There was a time where like there was a robot husband that mom was dating in one random episode. There were there were so many different
We've
cliches.
seen,
happening
we've
in
seen,
Buffy.
we've seen that in other places.
Yeah, but this was one of the first times in TV show that happened. Then I would also throw on this list Dark Angel. I know you guys don't like it on this list, but I'll throw it there because
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from putting it in there, but it's one of those ones that if it was me, I would not be adding it.
it's superpowers.
Yeah.
They all have superpowers. It's the same like kids escaping. Basically, what Stranger Things is doing, they did it first. In terms of kids
Which one
have
is
powers escape. Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was my.
What's the movie? What was the movie? What was the movie Dolph Lundgren had? There was a movie. Was that Dark Angel also?
There was an old Dolph Lundgren Dark Angel. I remember trying to go back to look
Yes.
for Dark
Where,
Angel.
where it's where was dealing with an alien from space who did drugs. Okay. So I'm not mixing it up.
So
I never watched Dark Angel either.
Wow, you should. That also holds up
What?
in my Dark Angel.
Oh no!
It also-
It's feel about Dark Angel, right? I know I loved that show when it came out.
Yeah,
But it didn't complete, did it?
they didn't complete.
That's
It ended
why.
on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
On a very painful cliffhanger.
Yes. So
Like-
like I would never tell anybody to go watch that because you
Yeah.
you it's like you have blue balls.
Yeah,
But
like the cliffhanger at the end was. But I think the story up until that point was very good. It's like what Firefly is to some people nowadays is what Dark Angel is to me.
so that's
in
what
terms of- Yeah. So now we're getting for me to the big one, which is Smallville.
Okay.
Smallville, early 2000s, is the big one. It made Superman big again. Like, it made Superman fun for so many people. It was live action, it was TV. We saw him as a teenager. For the first time,
Drama,
there was a lot of teen drama. It was him and Lex was his friend, which was like, oh, okay. There was the Real Day One Day with Lana with what's her name again? The one that became a cultist.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe, Chloe Sullivan, who became like a proper character in her own right in that particular show. Like she was the fan favorite character for the longest time. Yeah.
So now, for me, Smallville is Smallville is the starting point of, in my view, of the new
Of
era
the modern era, yeah.
of TV shows. I mean, I spoke about the Hawk. We've spoken about Lewis and
Clark, yeah.
I think this is, and I remember when this came on, I go, oh god, and also almost, I won't say exclusively, but also very respectful to comic readers in what they were doing. So yeah, I think this is the start of the modern era of TV shows for comic books.
Yeah, I think this wrote the playbook of what people expect from modern TV modern TV superheroes. In terms of like, if you see a show that people think is bad right now, it's usually because it deviates in some way from what Smallville laid the groundwork for in terms of storytelling and all of that. So that's.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Smallville had its own issues.
A lot of issues.
Yeah, but
a lot of issues. Yeah. We can go deep and dig into what the amount of issues Smallville has. Like later seasons were just a mess, but it's up there. There was the Justice League episode, which is still a classic episode.
For me, it's not just League.
That's one of the best episodes of TV. Yeah.
You know what, for me, the Legion of Superhero episode.
Yeah.
I love that, and that's because I was a Legion of Superhero.
You like the Legion of Superhero?
Yeah.
So
seeing them in live action, I loved it.
Yeah. Like there's so many things.
I mean, what year was this today? Remind me.
From 2000, I think.
So
2001.
The reason why I asked this is the one I'm expecting that at least, no matter how any of our listeners should be old enough to have at least remember Smallville.
Yeah.
Because you ran for a while.
Yeah.
For 10 seasons.
Yeah. 10 seasons, yeah.
10 seasons. It's the Lex Luthor, I think, is still my favorite. Michael Rosenbaum is still one of my favorite Lex Luthors ever. The Tom Welling, maybe not my best Superman, but like the supporting character.
It was accurate.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I don't even count him as Superman, if I'm being honest, because of the way they show
Superboy.
They show him as Superman. So
he never wore the costume until the very end of the series where he decides to save it, and it's like even his mom becoming checkmate. They introduced a lot of concepts from the comics. There was checkmate in it at some point. Even Lex Luthor's father, Lionel Luthor, a lot of things.
It delved deep into the lore of comics. We saw a lot. Martian Manhunter. They went for a lot.
They started bringing everybody in. At some point, everybody was in there.
Like even the Watchtower, the way they created the Watchtower I'm like, and even the comics that came afterwards, I still go back to reading those comics because of how good they were.
One episode I remember with such fondness.
Yeah,
it's when he met
Christopher Reeves.
Nope, when he met somebody else, a teenager.
Flash.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, the one he tried to reach Flash.
Yeah, that is the one. Yeah, I love that episode. I can't even lie. It's my memory. Especially when Bart dotted him and started running backwards.
It was so much good fun. There was the episode where he met Zatanna. I really liked that episode as well.
He met a lot of people.
Yeah.
When I think about
except
everyone was
Batman.
in that show.
Except Batman. They purposely kept Batman away from the show. And Wonder Woman. I don't think he met Wonder Woman in the show as well.
No, he didn't.
No. It was in the comics that they met up with Wonder Woman and Batman.
Wasn't there an episode where Bruce Wayne broke down outside Smallville, but they never crossed paths? I'm pretty sure there was a scene.
Can't remember that.
They broke down and we thought, oh God, they're going to meet. But no, they didn't.
But no, yeah. Well, yeah, Smallville, because it even used for a long time, it was serialized with the idea of green rocks giving people powers, and that was the monster of the week.
Monster of the week, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Monster of the week.
Yeah, but yeah, Smallville, I love that show a lot. So,
that was really, really good.
Yeah, but then before we round up, there are a couple of two big other shows that deserve to be mentioned in this list in terms of what they've done for superheroes in TV, and that is Heroes and Misfits.
Heroes
started
Yes, I mean, that was a new take
Yeah.
on being powered and the whole.
I think for the longest time,
Yeah,
being powered was like being in another world.
yeah,
The world doesn't function like our world at all. People had powers, but Heroes was like, okay, what if people in this world
both have
got
powers.
powers? Yeah, and that changed the game.
Hero season 1 was
Yeah.
massive. It
Yeah.
Yo,
was
everybody
massive.
was looking forward to save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah, says
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was a good
What
show.
does that mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
and the powers were very unique and like they
yeah.
were new in terms of what had been shown on TV before, and they were very good. There was the Hiro Nakamura, the guy with time travel powers,
Yep.
the
The one
people that
everybody
kept on
liked.
stealing powers. Yeah, people stealing power. Sylar that was cutting off people with
Yeah.
their powers.
Tyler, yeah.
The yeah, Peter Petrelli,
Peter
which
Petrelli.
they were trying to scale up because he
Yeah.
could collect parts from everybody, and they were trying to scale him up like that in that direction. Then
But
who
that,
else
but then in subsequent seasons, they didn't know what to do with Peter. They just
overpowered?
Yeah,
messed it
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
When you have
just
an
messed it up.
overpowered
Yeah,
character,
yeah,
you have to
yeah,
like find a way to get rid of him.
I mean, they lost their way.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
Like
yeah,
season 2, but
big.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would. Everybody will always appreciate them for season 1 at least. That they give us
It was good.
a very great season.
Then the unrimmed glasses guy, the guy that was hunting them, it was that's how you
Oh,
do a
was
villain.
was that not Peter's dad at some point?
No,
no.
it was the cheerleader's dad,
Yeah.
Was it cheerleaders? I
if I
know. Yeah,
remember.
I knew it was someone's dad. Yeah, it
He
was
Yes,
someone's dad.
that actor became famous
he
for
became a
that
good
role.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he became famous for that role. Let me try and find him
Yeah.
because it's
I want to find his name. I don't know. I can't remember
I
the
knew it was
actor's name.
someone's. I knew it was someone's dad, but
yeah,
I couldn't remember who.
Jack Coleman.
Was that his name?
That's Jack Coleman. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Noah Bennett.
HRG.
Yeah.
Noah Bennett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Noah
yeah,
Bennett.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, okay, because he just shows up and it was just menacing.
Yeah,
Whenever you
Very.
see him, you know something is going down, and he didn't even have any powers. He was just working for this very shadowy organization. So yeah, Heroes changed the game. It allowed us to expect more from superheroes. Like, okay, you can actually be grounded in your storytelling. You can actually tell a good story that is grounded in reality. And yeah, then there's also Misfits.
Now, I'm not sure a lot of people would have watched Misfits.
Because I
I
think
have.
it was big
Yeah, was it not just
for
UK
that
big?
period. No,
I always felt it was like a UK hit. I didn't realize.
because it was big in Nigeria as well.
Oh, good. That's good. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear it.
When did they come out? What year?
2010 or so.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
I,
big hair.
yeah.
And
but I had moved by then.
yeah. You had, but it launched. There's two of them that are at least very big still now in acting.
Yeah.
One of the guys from Umbrella Academy came from the show. It's really how would you describe it? It was okay.
I think it's the first adult
Oh,
superhero TV show.
very adult themed, and
Yeah,
the heroes. Let's be very clear.
they're
They're not heroes.
they're teens.
They are teens. No, they're not even just teens. They're a bunch of criminal teams. They're literally what's it?
They're killing people anyhow.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
serial killers at
Yeah,
the point.
yeah. I mean, they got their powers while they were on
In
the
juvie.
in
Yeah.
juvie, yeah. As a juvie, yeah. So yeah, it's a very good. It's very edgy in a way.
Yeah, I think it's like if you ever said, okay, we can be realistic with our superhero telling. This one said, okay, we can be edgy. We can go the anti-hero direction, and it gave. I would say Misfits gave birth to the boys in terms of yeah,
I can see
because
that,
of
yeah.
what Misfits did in terms of pushing the
Oh, really?
storytelling for superheroes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we can have a bunch of assholes have power and
Yeah.
tell a story with them. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what they were. They were a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
And some of them were horny assholes as well.
on the kids, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Like, but it was very. I think it worked because they were very relatable kids.
Oh,
In that,
that's where the guy came
that-
from as well. I just remembered.
yeah,
The guy who plays
Who?
Ramsey Bolton.
yes,
Oh,
That's where he got.
yes.
When you watch
yes.
it, Red, I thought there's three people you recognize instantly that came
no,
from the show.
I'll go and check. I'll
Yeah.
I'll probably check out.
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, you should check it out. I think it's still older because
Yeah.
it was low budget, so they were
Yeah,
not
exactly.
really. There was no budget for like special effects for powers,
Mate,
so you were hooked
do you
in
know,
by the drama.
do you know who made this show?
Who?
Channel 4. Red. It's Channel 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Channel 4. It was a
I
Channel 4
don't know.
program. So yeah, you know what? They don't have big money. So,
none of their powers were like, oh, I can.
Flashy,
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't even the main focus. It was like what they were doing with the powers. The guy that could turn invisible, the guy that cannot die, who didn't discover his powers until he tried to kill himself. Yeah, it was a fun TV show to watch until they tried to make it so complex. But the first season also, I'll recommend it for anybody to watch because I would love to stop there because after that generation, we've got into the modern era of like what I call our present age of TV shows, where we have the CW era starting with Arrow. We have the Marvel TV show universe starting with Adventures or Agents of Shield. Then
Just
the
of Shield.
then the Netflix Defenders, and then all the Nickelodeon shows as well. But like,
so if you take that whole era,
yeah.
Are we still in that era, or did the Disney show start another era? Or I'm just trying to work. How would you divide it up?
I think
I'll
say
CW.
shows.
I'll say CW started a new era.
So we're
CW. No.
Okay, go on.
We're not in the era. I'll move to Disney. Disney.
I think this started a new era with Agents of Shield.
No,
with the MCU stuff.
WandaVision. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Disney started the era because Disney's era became very closely connected to the movies.
Yeah.
It started this era of like high budgets, very big budget TV shows that they are basically cinema movies but done on TV format.
I'm confused. So the Misfits, does that end an era, or do you roll that into?
No, I'll consider the end of an era.
Yeah,
I'll put it in the previous era.
Yeah.
Okay, so what comes next after that?
CW, then Agents of Shield.
Up until when?
Disney
MCU shows.
Yeah.
So
not
then
WandaVision.
So do we have a new era now?
Yeah, we're in the WandaVision era.
Yeah,
WandaVision era.
Because
now
when they are making superhero TV shows, it's high budget. It's rare to find a low budget, like serious TV show that is not camp. I remember the Adi Shakna TV show that we talked about a while ago. The one where it was a political parody about nuclear war. That the superhero. Yeah, we talked about it. I'll try and find the name. It was a Netflix TV show.
No, I watched that show.
We watched it.
I trying to remember what it was called.
Yeah. Where I can't remember the name, but yeah, there was that as well. But it's rare to find low budget TV superhero shows that are good. Let me put it that way. But I would like to see a return to like Heroes, Misfits, Supercell. I was going to mention Supercell. Yes, shows like Supercell. Yeah, season 2 is coming next year, so I'm looking forward to that. They've announced the.
It might be missing one member. Might be missing a cast member. Yeah.
There's no way, but Avery's coming next season. Maybe he's filmed all the scenes already.
Maybe they're already filmed. Yeah. They would say.
But I think they can get. I don't think it's that pivotal.
They can walk around.
They can just cut him out.
Yeah. But we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I would want more of that kind of Supercell thing. If you feel there are any historical shows we've missed, please let us know. Also, I was going to ask this question: if you were to watch any of these shows up until the 2000s, which one would you watch? If you had to watch an episode from any of these shows.
What, are you asking us?
Yeah.
What, we have to watch the whole season, or what? Or what was it?
Yeah, maybe a season. I'm going to exclude from Smallville upwards.
Oh.
It's going to be tough.
So it has to be before Smallville?
Before Smallville. The older, the better.
Okay. For me, it can only be one.
Which one?
I think I'll have to go back to Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. Red?
I'm not so sure. I don't think I could watch any because I see a few here and there on YouTube, and it's just they don't hold up. I struggle, yeah. So I don't think
because I would want us to review one of them.
I was whoa.
Let Dakpa do Incredible Hulk.
I know. Now I know why. I thought it was just for purposes of just discussion. I didn't know that this guy was trying to give me homework. Nah, mate.
No,
No,
wait,
not
no,
just
no.
you, all of us together. It can't be
Oh,
worse than Gen V.
No,
I
it
mean,
won't be
that way
worse.
you can take the Incredible Hulk one. Tunde will take
To be
the
honest, we can take a season
Daredevil one.
because I don't think I can't remember how many episodes they had. I don't think they had a lot of
Maybe
episodes.
maybe,
And it was
maybe
about
We
half
can
an
do
hour.
just a couple of. We can do a couple of episodes, not a lot. Like
Yeah.
just to go back and see how it was. Like a proper deep
Because
dive.
well, no, I've rewatched it. I've rewatched the Thor one. I know I've rewatched the Thor one. I've rewatched
Yeah.
the Daredevil one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's watchable. And I remember because and Stan Lee was in the Daredevil one as well.
It was in the
Yeah.
Daredevil
So
one. It
no,
was a cut stuff, right?
Yeah,
It was
one of the jurors or something like that.
so
yeah.
let's watch the Incredible Hulk. And Red, you have to watch it with us, so because you didn't watch Gen V, you don't have excuse.
Okay.
I was torn between that and the Adventures of Lewis and Clark, but I
Clark.
think I'd rather watch the Hulk one.
No,
You rather watch.
I won't watch Adventures of Lewis and Clark again.
Okay. You are letting politics get in the way of good TV.
No, not. I didn't.
No.
It wasn't about politics.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, what was this guy talking about?
It wasn't about politics. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sure that won't revisit.
Incredible Hulk. Then
Yeah,
we'll decide how many episodes, and one of these days we'll sit down and
we
properly
probably watch.
review it.
We should watch because they had a couple of TV movies. So we
Yeah.
probably just watch one of the TV movies, maybe 2 episodes.
Okay.
in
Yeah.
advance.
Was it Thor one? Not was that a TV movie or was that just an
I'm not
episode?
sure. No, I think that's an episode. I think the Daredevil one was definitely was a movie.
TV was a TV
So
movie.
a TV
Okay.
movie. So yeah, when I say movie,
Yeah.
I mean
A TV movie. Yeah.
Once it's an hour, it becomes a TV movie.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that
Okay,
was
so
that was.
that's
I
basically
was gonna say
TV
that we went down memory lane, but no, we went down history lane. I don't remember all these things, no matter what today tries to insinuate.
Okay. We saw you trying to hide here and there, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. But it was good to see the history of TV shows, like how far we've come in terms of
But-
like comic books.
Are we in a good place though?
Are we in a good place? Yes. We're in the best place.
You think so?
I think so. I think like if you look between
What are the last 2 shows you watched?
what?
What are the last TV?
Gen V and Peacemaker.
And
Yeah.
Your view on both of them?
And they are good. I don't like Gen V.
You just got Gen V one.
Thank you.
Let me put it this way. In relation to what has come before in history,
Yeah.
in terms of like what they're allowed to do, the stories they're allowed
Well,
to
yeah.
tell.
Well, to be honest, if they gave us
We've
this,
come far.
if they gave us this Gen V season as it is back
In
the
back in when
90s,
you're watching
I would-
Incredible Hulk, you will be so ecstatic.
Yeah, we will lose our minds. We will absolutely
So
lose
it's not even gonna make it on TV.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Censorship board will have cancelled
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Imagine they gave you Peacemaker back then. You guys would be so excited. Like remove all the
Galaxies, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
clean
yeah.
it up. You even Gen V clean it up for TV, and they showed you back then. You guys will be ecstatic about this. So it's like, yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we're in the best, and we still get things like what Marvel Zombies.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, this year we still got
That's
stuff
good.
like Marvel Zombies, and that was very good by our own standards. So I think we're in the best place.
That's animated though.
Yeah, but it's still there. So
Okay.
I'm happy about what we are having. Next year we have a lot of TV shows coming up. We have Wonder Man, we have Lanterns.
Is
Uh,
next year the first? So are we not getting anything anymore this year?
I don't
I
think
think,
so.
I think you're right. I'm just
Yeah,
check
I
it.
don't think so.
We need a break. Good.
Yeah.
Let's do some comics.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
next year we're having Wonder Man, we're having Vision Quest, we're having Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man, we're having Born Again, we're having X-Men 97. So it's
Okay.
like we have a
So
lot.
X-Men at 7 season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Oh.
I will not be watching that. Because
Why?
They ended it on some serious notes last time, so
Yeah, so I like to see where they go with it. Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
That was mutant racism and hate. Always shows up when it comes to the X-Men. But yeah, that's where we are right now. It's been a good episode so far, and we can round up here.
Yep.
Let us know which particular show you guys watched and enjoyed. Let's hear your history on
And
your
and
nostalgia from any of these shows.
if there's any we missed,
Yeah, there's a lot we had to skip, but if there's your favorite that we missed, please let us know
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
comments.
I guess the question I asked is there any show? I mean, I spoke about Incredible Hulk. Tina spoke about Lewis and Clark.
Clarks. Yeah.
Shows that to you the first time you remember, this is excellent, this is seminal, that we've not mentioned, and that you would like to tell us about. Please let us know. Okay.
Yeah.
Except X-Men 97.
oh, it was part of that era. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one, it's animated, so we'll skip that. But I'll let that slide. But yeah, okay.
Thankfully.
Funny enough, we didn't mention Mutant X, but that's all right.
Yeah, we didn't mention Mutant X and Tick, but yeah, okay.
No worries.
But that's all for today, guys. See you next week, and goodbye.
I'll be here next week.
Let's hope so. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.
Naija nerds. Naija nerds.